Welcome back everyone to the Orange Aces channel. Today we have another run on the plasma deck. We're going to go in blind and see what kind of shenanigans can happen from this run. As we start, I start every video like I always do, thanking all of my lovely subscribers. 863 at the time of creating this video. Absolutely insane. Also, we just drew a full house right off the bat. Very good. Thank you all so much for the support. We're on that push to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this, you're new to the channel, this is going to be my time for you to say, hey, please click that subscribe button. It helps me out more than you think. Again, on that push to my channel, or push to 1,000 subscribers. Also, thank you to all of my members of the Orange Tree family: Henrique, Jack, Thunder Grenade, Josie, and Philippe. Thank you all so much. If you want to join, you can click the join button right next to the video, or you can click the link in the description. Let's do a shoot the moon run. Now, I typically don't do this, and it's not good on plasma deck early. But if we could get a mime and if we could get some steel, perhaps, shoot the moon can actually be very good. And this is just a really good draw. Somehow we just got 3 queens in our deck early. So I don't know if you knew this, but mime obviously doubles the cards, the held cards in hand. So it would give you 26 malt per queen, and if you get steel on that, it can actually scale pretty well. So maybe we go for a little bit of a shoot the moon build. We'll see what we can do. Spades are debuffed. Okay, let's go ahead and try and get like a full house, perhaps with 2 queens. Maybe that should be enough to get us through, and it is 1,600 points. Again, we're playing on plasma, so malt doesn't really help us early on, which kind of sucks, but we're gonna try our best here. Let's open up this Arcana pack and we get lucky and blessed with a hermit. It probably wasn't the right play to make early on, but I'm happy we did it now. Straights give us 100 chips. That's gonna help us out pretty early, so let's go ahead and go next before we can find a mime and make some steel. There is a few good cards to make a straight, and we already did. So because we don't have any seals or anything in our deck that we're actually searching for, we're just trying to progress through the antes and make some money early here. 6 cents is actually a decent one to get some cards early. Maybe we want to level up like 4 of a kind or pairs or something to kind of go along with shoot the moon, but I really do want to try and make shoot the moon the best as we can. So let's go next round here and look for a 6. Maybe we could get a cryptid in our hand. Okay, no, we get a medium. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of discarding. I don't really want to discard my queens, but we might have to. We're looking for a jack here. Okay, we didn't get a jack. We could put the medium on a 5 for now and maybe play a high card. It's only going to score us 700 points, unfortunately, so let's just go ahead and play the full house, and this should be enough to get us through, and it is. Mainly playing straights until we can get a support joker for this shoot the moon, or it's really not going to help us out that early. Another hermit. That's a really good pull to start. We can also just do some planet scaling to get us through the antes as we progress here. Chaos the Clown isn't bad. Let's go ahead and get our free reroll. Joker Stencil's also not bad if we have it early enough with shoot the moon. Again, we're not at enough malt yet where it really matters. So we're gonna skip it for now. Again, we're gonna try and play straights for the time being. Got rid of those cards. Okay, now we have some issues here. We can these are, one of them's probably a queen. We can test to see if it's a straight. Okay, it's not, and there was a straight available, so that is problematic. 10 9 8 7 is still an available straight that we'll try and grab. We can get rid of the queen for now, as we know it's not going to help. We'll go ahead and play this straight, and that will get us through. That extra 100 chips is huge early on at this stage of the game. We're just trying to build up our money so we can find the jokers that we want. Okay, we definitely want the temperance. That's going to somewhat pay for the wasteful voucher. We're looking for like an immolate maybe. Okay, we could onk. We could do a double shoot the moon. It'd be pretty good with mime. Problem is, if we do this now, we're just probably dead. we're gonna try it, and if I have to, if this video never sees the light of day, then that's okay. Give us a mime. Okay, Scary Face will help us progress through for the time being. That's okay. We'll pick up a business card for some money too. So we're probably still alive here. We do want to play face cards, however, now more than anything. I also do want to try and get rid of some sixes. We did get the extra discard, which is nice. We do have a straight here. That's probably enough. Yeah, I didn't get a six. I don't need a sun. We could do a straight flush, but I don't need to. This probably still wins with Scary Face, I believe. Yeah, we're still good. That's 13,000 for a straight right now with Scary Face, which is good. We do have 2 Shoot the Moons. Oh, Baron, not what I want. I'm looking for Mime actually right now. I thought those were mimes. I really did. Okay, we can take a runner because it's foil. And since we're playing straights anyways right now, that will help us. Again, eventually we'll go Shoot the Moon. But right now we're focusing on money and just surviving for the time being. So let's go ahead and continue to try and draw for straights. Let's get a jack in here. Okay, this extra discard is going to come in quite helpful. I will use that death probably for another queen because we're going to make a whole bunch of queens this round. But we're still going to keep all of the higher cards to get us our straights for the time being. That business card was a perfect 3 for 3 there. So glad we have it in our roster right now. 27,000 chips. We're good for now. Hangman is good. Celestial pack. We'll take another Saturn just to kind of help us out for the time being. And we'll take a Wheel of Fortune. No, I probably should have used the Hangman there. That's okay. Could we get 3 Shoot the Moons? Maybe. Clubs are debuffed. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get rid of a 3 and a 2. There's 3 queens right off the bat. I don't need them all right now. Again, we're looking for the straight. We could look for an 8. We could look for an 8 or a king right now to get us through. Can still look for an 8 or a king here. Okay, we got the 8. We will tower up a 3 and we will play the straight, and this should be more than enough to get us through. The runner is going to carry us for a little bit here. I might sell it. We'll see what I'm gonna do with it. I'm not exactly sure. Seed money is gonna help us out a little bit to get us some more money. We'll go next round. Only need 10,000, so we're not doing too bad. I got rid of 6 cents, so I can't do any of that anymore. I don't need all of the jacks. We can magician the queens, maybe. Probably not the best idea, since most of them are going to be held in hand. We're looking for a 10, and we got it. While we play them, we will play the magician cards for the time being. Didn't help us that time, but that's okay. 44,000, and now do we try for a 3rd Shoot the Moon? I don't know. Let's go ahead and grab a pair, and let's also grab a high card, because ideally we're gonna do Mime, Shoot the Moon, Steal shenanigans. Straights still gonna help us out for the time being. Let's roll once. I'm probably gonna hold on to the Invisible Joker until maybe we get a Mime. That's kind of the goal right now in my mind. We're looking for a jack now. It's super helpful to have all of these extra discards. Typically, I mean, we missed that time. We're not going to always get it, but typically you do get what you want. Even that was pretty close, and now we found the jack, so we're happy. We send it off. It helps the runner grow as well. The runner's honestly just there to help us progress while we're looking for the jokers that we want. Now, we are struggling a little bit on the front of getting money. Sock and Buskin's good. Let's see what this is gonna be. Okay, it is a 3rd Shoot the Moon. I do have to think about that for a second on what I want to do. Chariot here. Unfortunately, none of these are necessarily what I want. I don't necessarily want to make another more jacks either, so let's just do a tower. We're gonna leave the Sock and Buskin for now. We'll buy a Temperance. And we're just going to look for the Mime. Another Sock and Buskin. Unfortunate. Okay. We are going just to discard until we find the proper straight that we want. Probably could have left the 9 there, but we're looking for a 10. Okay, we got it. We send it off. The straight's going to allow us to really get through here just because we have the runner for the time being. That's 41,000 points. We're chilling with 3 shoot the moons right now. Again. Oh, yes. Okay. Very, very interesting on what's going to happen here now. We're doing the mime. Now, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with 3 shoot the moons and a mime, but we're going to find out. I'm hoping that this runner is going to allow us to stay safe for the time being. Let's go ahead and discard and look for our queens. Hopefully we get more than 1. Ideally, we want 1 to keep in the hand to see what happens. So what we could do is play this pair of 8s and see what happens. So it did trigger it 3 times extra, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that was pretty good. That was 17,000. Now imagine having a whole bunch of queens in our hand. If we can continue to make a bunch of queens, we could have a very good run on our hand, especially... Okay, didn't work. To the moon's good, especially if we get them steal as well. So let's continue to level up like high card and stuff like that, because typically that's what we will want to play. No queens in there, so we'll go next. We should be fine on score for the time being. Like I said, the runner is going to help us out quite a bit. We don't need any of this. We're going to try and keep as many queens as possible. So there's 3 queens. Okay, we got the straight, so let's go ahead and try it, see what it does. Wow, look at that. So each queen is being triggered 6 times right now, which is awesome. Now imagine if that was steal, the mime would do both. It would duplicate. Okay, a jack is good enough. We can strengthen the jack up. It would do both, which is really, really crazy. The needle, we can only play 1 hand. So ideally, we're gonna just play it safe here and just get our straight. Let's go ahead and send it off. There's an ace. And we send it. This should be more than enough. Beautiful, 50,000. So yeah, the mime, I mean, let's just read it. Retrigger all card held in hand abilities. So it's going off 3 times, then it's re-triggering that card held in hand, and it's going off 3 times again, which is pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and see what the spectral pack has for us. Oh boy. Now we have a deja vu queen, which is even better. Okay, this is getting good. We do want a chariot for sure. Let's go next. I also would love another joker slot. That would be awesome. Let's continue just to discard as much as we possibly can. Looking for our straights just to get us through. We got the straight. Beautiful. Give us 1 more queen. Okay, didn't happen. Let's see what a high card does right now. So it triggers 9 times now, which is pretty amazing. Let's just go ahead and play our straight to level up our runner. It is really just keeping us in this 4 chip value right now until we can get everything set up. But this is really cool. If we could make that, potentially, if we could make that a steal queen, we would be in really, really good hands. So let's level up a pair. Maybe we get some more queens in here. Okay, didn't get lucky there. Did roll once. Our money is struggling, and I have been struggling kind of on the money front in the game a little bit. That's a beautiful death. I would love to get that other queen involved. However, we still don't have a straight. I'm looking for a 10. Okay, we can play a high card. This might even win. Okay, it gets us halfway there, which is okay. Let's go ahead and play another high card. I'm looking for that red seal queen. Okay, it just wins. So we have many hands to work with right now. If we don't draw our straight, we can play high card. We'll continue leveling up a high card for the time being. I would also level up straights, but high card is fine. We're just looking for that red seal queen. All face cards are drawn face down. That does suck. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to draw as many as possible, I think is the best way to do this. And then just see where our queens are here. 1 queen, 2 queens, 3 queens. And 3 queens doesn't quite win it, but it's gonna win it in 2 hands, so we're fine with it there. Might be a 4th one here, I'm not exactly sure. No, but that's okay. 120,000 score, basically off pure malt, not even multiplicative malt at this point yet. We'll do another temperance. We will do another Saturn as well. Retcon is good. I don't know if we necessarily need it right now. I'm kind of set on my jokers for now. I just want to make things a little bit better with some steel. So I would be looking for a chariot. And now I think if we can find that 1 queen, we're going to be rolling in it here. This is the perfect tarot cards we have here. I think we could be on to something here with that queen. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to do. We're going to chariot it first, and then we're going to death it. Okay. Then I'm actually going to trust in what we have and get rid of as many other things as possible. We can make this queen gold, sure, and we'll remove everything else. So now let's see what we score here. This should be some insane malt. Now we do have to make sure that we leave the steel at the end because we want all the malt to add up first. So order is important in our hand here. Let's go ahead and see what this is going to score. 3.5 million now with those queens. Who said Shoot the Moon wasn't good? I have no idea, but they're crazy. So as long as we get the queens that we want, we would no longer need the runner now. We're gonna keep them just to be safe. We're gonna take retcon also to be safe in case we get something like the plant. We're gonna remove as many cards as possible, and then we're just going to death as many cards as possible as well. So let's remove a few of these. Let's go next. I don't want to spend too much money. The serpent can be good for us. It can also be bad for us. Let's get rid of a few cards here, and then let's just go digging for those queens. There's one of them. There's 2. Let's see how many we can get in our hand. I don't know how many queens we have. Oh, I didn't mean to select that. We have 6 total, so that's good to note. We can play a pair, and this should just win, no problem. I mean, yeah, that's 2 million again, and we only need 105,000. So Shoot the Moon. I mean, this plan has just come together beautifully, which is awesome. Not exactly sure what I'm looking for right now through all of this. Probably more queens, mainly tarot cards at the time being. Troubadour is a good pickup here. Is it worth dropping the runner? It's scary. We have enough hands and discards that I'm going to do it. The more queens we have, the better. So let's go ahead and do this. Now this is also scary. It being the serpent is a little bit nerve-wracking. We only have 2 queens in our hand right now. A straight really isn't going to do much for me here. So we could just play like a stone card. Okay, that was 50,000. So we're probably okay. Play one more hand here. Okay, we'll play the stone card again. Hopefully we draw one more queen. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. That was kind of scary there, but we're fine. We didn't draw the queens that we wanted necessarily. Another hand makes up for Troubadour for sure. Let's roll one time. Okay, I don't want that. We just need 100,000 now, so I'm not too worried. We just find those steel queens. That's really what we want. Technically, we could just find any queens, but that is definitely exactly what we want. Boom. Okay. We don't need this. We don't need this. We go ahead and play a high card. We send it. This should be some insane score right here because we have 4 of them. We also get a little bit extra gold. Yeah, 5 million. Beautiful. Anti-8. So obviously this doesn't last forever, but this is a fun way to play the game. And if you didn't know that Shoot the Moon had this crazy synergy with Mime, well, now you do. We do want to deck fix a little bit more, so I would love to find like another death or something. It doesn't matter what order our jokers are in, so that is also nice. But basically we are limited to always kind of trying to find our queens now, which is fine. We just don't have that many. Luckily we have a lot of discards and a lot of hands to play with, so we can always kind of go to the bottom of our deck. So for the time being, we should reasonably assume that we can always score about 5 million. Now the more queens we have, the better. This is like having a baron without using queen or without using kings, right? Obviously steel and red seals are just really powerful with mime, but it does work just a little bit differently doing it this way for sure. Didn't find a death in there, unfortunately. I am really just searching for tarot cards and deaths. This one doesn't scare me. Obviously these are my two queen or my two shoot the moons that I copied, but it really does not matter right now. Give me a death, please. Okay, high priestess. Yeah, sure, I'll take either of those. I probably should have just sold them, but it's really okay. We'll keep the jack in our hand just because it is steel and it does get double triggered by the mime. And we'll send it. This should be pretty high score. The mime does work on just the normal steel jack. It'll trigger twice, which is good. So this should be a decently high score with 3 steel. 16 million. So if we have all 3 steel cards in our hand, we're getting 16 million. So there's the seed if you want this. We're going to go endless mode. Again, this isn't going to be any Baron Mime run. It's not going to take us to the promised land, right? But it is going to... It can get far if we have the right setup. Again, not sure why I'm necessarily opening those. I'm realistically just looking for tarot cards at this moment. 220,000. It's not going to be a problem. We really haven't done much deck fixing at all, which is scary. I've kind of neglected my deck other than getting those first few queens online, which isn't amazing. Let's go ahead and send a high card, I suppose. We're just happy we got the red seal on 1 queen. That was really the ultimate sauce, just to show you what the power of Shoot the Moon can be. But now if we had just a full hand of them, that would be something. Let's roll a little bit. There's a baron. We're not going to take him. Okay. We will do another queen charioted over a hanged man, I believe. And we'll go next here. Don't need the crystal ball necessarily. Just looking to get more queens, some more steel, all of that stuff. Realistically, having all of these discards in hands is really, really helpful. Something like this might even win with a very suboptimal cards in hand, which is okay. And we can play kind of any hand we want because all of our mult is actually coming from these queens. It's not necessarily coming from our base. Whereas Baron, the mult does start at the baseline. So a little bit of a difference there. Okay, I was going to roll for a tarot card, but it is what it is. Strength. Sure, we can make more queens that way too. Roll. Okay, Hermit. I'm glad I rolled. Roll again. One more time. Okay, we go next. The Psychic, we must play 5 cards. I'm not exactly worried about that. We have kind of everything we want in hand already. So we'll go ahead and play this. Doesn't really matter. This is going to win no matter what. We get an extra steel queen in hand, so that's going to help slightly. And as you can see, 6 million. So we're on to the next ante. I think we need 1 million for this one, and then like 7 million for the next one. So we're getting close to the point where we really, really need to get some good deck fixing. We're fine on this one for sure. But if I could get a death card, okay, that's not ideal. We can turn another queen into some gold here. If I could get another death card, that really would be ideal. Also, if I could just draw my queens, that would be awesome. Again, we have many hands and we only have 43 cards, so we can get through it even if this isn't going to win in one, which I don't think it is. Yeah, so not amazing there, but now we have a bunch more queens to work with and only 8 cards left, so we're totally fine. Just adding all of the mult is very funny. It's a very weird concept. I mean, triple shoot the moon is no joke. But I would really, really like to get some more deaths. If I could get some more steel red seal, we could survive for much, much longer. Roll for a tarot card in the shop. Okay, we didn't get it. check what the buffoon pack has to offer. I would be willing to take a blueprint at this point in time. I suppose we use the hanged man and then an emperor. Okay, didn't get what we want, so we're kind of struggling on the money department. I really should have gotten that set up. We could have made this run a whole lot better, but it is okay. At least I got to show you some hopefully new tech with the mime and the shoot the moon. A lot of you probably haven't played this build before. It's not very popular. Definitely is fun though. So we're playing our first hand and we're already down to 11 cards, so that does make me pretty happy that we can get to the cards that we really want to use. We're gonna draw all of our cards but one in our deck right now, and we're not gonna win because we didn't gain any more queens, so that's actually good. So now this is probably what's left in our deck. Of course it's a queen, but this is probably the best hand that we can play, so it's a good baseline for us to see how much we're scoring right now. Okay, 45 million is kind of our cap, so I believe we can get through the next ante with 45 million, no problem. Hopefully we get some more deck fixing by then. Maybe a spectral pack with a cryptid. No, of course not. Aura, I mean, it really doesn't matter, right? Of course it's polychrome, of course. Okay, we roll, we roll, we roll, we go next. Hearts are debuffed, it's okay. Our big queens are diamonds, so we don't care about the hearts. That does kind of suck that our purple seal cannot be used this time. A little bit unfortunate. Making sure we use all of our discards. There's our beautiful polychrome queen. Probably will get would like to get a screenshot of that one. So let me go ahead and take a screenshot of it right now. Oh, I don't have my program open. It's okay, you guys can join me for the ride. Get my program open, there we go. If you don't know what I use to get pictures of these cards and stuff, I use a program called Lightshot. Boom. So now, once I press the print screen key, it's gonna give me a nice beautiful picture of this queen. For some reason it is coming up. It's not working. It's okay. Let's just go discard and let's play the game here. We don't need the king, so we can play something like that. This is a really, really bad hand so far. All of our queens are hiding from us. There we go. So that one is our troublemaker. Let's go ahead and send it off. We would like to grab our other steel queen here. That one I hope isn't a problem that we don't have. I think we should still be fine. There's one steel. We should, yeah, the last card in our deck is so the last card in our deck is a queen here, so I'm not gonna play the 4 because we're gonna draw that queen and I'm gonna want to play a card, right? I don't want to play one of our queens because that will hurt us. So I'm gonna leave one card in my hand. As you can see, now I can play the 4. This should be enough to win. That red seal steel honestly adds so much. Beautiful. So that was 10 million with that, and we should be good. I think 40 million was with the other steel, so hopefully we can make some stuff happen here. Clearance sale, don't think I can afford it right now, to be honest with you. Let's roll. We haven't really found any death cards, which does suck. Let's go next. So we can get through this, play only one hand type. It's gonna be interesting. Definitely going to be interesting. Hopefully we draw all of our queens. I mean, we can just play, make sure we discard that. High Priestess. Okay, we're not going to be playing straights, but so I leveled it up. I don't know why. We can just try and play high cards would be the most ideal, but we'll see what we can do here. Okay, this should be the highest that we can score. I think we have all of our queens. This looks like all of them. Unfortunately, I mean, I didn't get my money or economy online. I probably should have. We would have had more money to do some things. Probably don't need Troubadour, to be honest. I just like having it. I would also love an extra Joker slot. Like, we're doing so much discarding already. Maybe we drop Troubadour and take mail-in rebate. I know it's a little late for that, but it's probably worth it. Give me a cryptid, please. Oh, that sucks. But I will take some more gold queens. That's fine. Give me... Okay, strength is also good. That does... Ooh. Okay. I would like a mime though, but we're gonna take the invisible joker just for the funny. I unfortunately am not gonna be able to make any more money with the mail-in rebate, but that's okay. We do get ourselves another queen with... Okay, we didn't get it, but we get it with... We'll just play a few hands here. This might win. We do get it with that steel jack that we have. So I don't know where it is, right here. So we do get ourselves another steel queen, which is very, very important for scoring. I'm not sure if it's going to take us over the edge, but it's important. This is good enough, I suppose. Let's go ahead and send it. Moving those, I should have done it first. They're going to play out of hand now, which is bad. That's my bad. We want as much malt as possible first. So as you can see, that was not good enough. So we need to make sure we move these first. And we send it this way, hopefully. Also, I should be moving this one. Okay. This build does require some technical skill when moving your jokers. It definitely does. It does change the scoring a lot. So what I'm going to do is move all of these over, then play the 4. That means the steel is going to get added on last. Again, I should have moved this in front of the red seals, so this is just a mess. I am very, very sorry. There we go. As you can see, though, it did make a huge difference in scoring. That one won by itself instead of not winning. And we're going to be able to win this blind. Give me a cryptid again. Yeah, that didn't help me. I would love a death. Temperance, okay. Give me a death, please. Oh, perfect. That might save the run a little bit. Okay, let's go next. Play only one hand type. I think we're gonna be fine. I sure hope we're gonna be fine anyways. We're gonna use all of our discards first. Strength is good. We got the strength back. Give me... Perfect. I'm gonna say give me that jack. Okay, we will use the strength on you. Doesn't matter what one I polychrome, so we're just gonna... Or what one I death. So we're just gonna do that one. And then I'm going to make sure we're only playing high card. And I don't know if this wins. It'll get close to winning. I do have the copies in the right order there. I promise it matters. It 1,000,000% matters. Okay, that was 16 million. We go ahead and play high card one more time. That will win. Then we need like 300 million. So we're gonna have to have more than 3 red seals. But honestly, having another one should add a whole bunch to the mix here. There's 32 million. Also, if this hits mime, we could be in a really good spot here. It might hit shoot the moon, and which it does. That's fine. Okay. An extra hand size is actually huge here. Let's roll one time. Okay, let's go next. 600 million. Now, I don't know if we get through here. We definitely need to have all 3 of the red seals for sure. And we did get it. We would also like another steel card if possible. And we did get that as well. We'll make sure we maneuver them properly here. This is a pair. Now we have 4 shoot the moons and 1 mime, and we're gonna try and score 600 million points. I don't know if it's enough, but we're gonna try here. 188 million. Unfortunate. Okay, we do have 1 more steel that could potentially help us. And how many more queens do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am going to play the queens that don't necessarily help us right now and try and dig. We do have a lot of hands that we can dig for this. This is going to score marginally less, and I know my queens also aren't in order. But I probably should have played all of the hands. We probably would have been okay just playing all of them. Okay, we got another steel. So that is important. This is probably the best hand we can play. So let's go ahead and send it off. Full hand of queens, 3 red seals. The more red seals we add, I realistically think we can get a little bit farther in the antes with this shoot the moon setup. This might be enough just to get through by itself. Boom. That was 1 billion. That was a lot more. Just adding 1 extra steel is huge. And we got a little bit of gold love out of that. We would love another death, please. Okay, Hanged Man works, but not ideal. Give me another death, please. Devil is our right. It's not the best. Okay, 900 million. We know we can score that now. What is that last boss blind? 0 discards. We're gonna have to re-roll that. Let's make you gold. Let's delete all of you. I am going to cut that queen. We do need to have all of our queens red seal in hand to make this work. So that's a lot of them. That's not enough though. Let's see how much this scores. And if it doesn't score enough, we're gonna have to get rid of some of these gold ones. But thank God we have 6 hands to work with, because that's making this a lot easier. But let me know if you enjoyed this video so far. It's definitely something new-ish / fun, instead of just the typical runs that we've been doing. How many queens? So we have 1, 2 only. So I'm not going to get rid of, well, realistically, yeah, I can get rid of 2. We have 5 hands, so we should be able to see all of the cards in our deck. So I can get rid of 2, because I should get 2 more, right? If I play, I ideally only need 8 queens in my hand. I just need to have the right 8 queens. So let's go ahead and do that again. Looks like we drew 1 more gold one. We should still have 1 more red seal, which is what we're looking for. We might have drew another, I'm not sure, but we might have drew another steel one there. That might get me over the edge here. I'm not exactly sure. I know the red seals do make a huge difference in this build. Yeah. No fear yet. We still have 7 cards. Could get quite unlucky here. We draw 2 more, and then we draw 2 more, so it'd have to be in the bottom 3. Okay, pretty unlucky here. Let's go ahead and play a gold one against my better judgment. Basically, if it's in the bottom last 2 cards in my deck, it is what it is. Then it wasn't meant to be, but this was a really fun run. Okay, how often do you see 4 shoot the moons and 1 mime? Hey, we got it. Beautiful. So we can play the pair and we send it off. We just got to make sure that we have these in the right order. This should be more than enough. Have you ever seen 4 shoot the moons and a mime score 1 billion points? Let's go ahead and watch what's happening here. The mime is re-triggering every single queen 4 times. And then the red seal is helping it a lot too, and it's getting 1.5 billion points. Shoot the moon, a regular common joker, paired with the mime, getting you 1 billion points. Very fun. We're dead. We're so dead on the next ante. Yeah, I mean, that could have been a death or anything. That would have been really good. We definitely just need another death here, and we're toast. Oh, and I didn't buy the... I didn't leave myself enough money. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, that's problematic. We weren't necessarily dead. I don't know why I decided just to waste all my money. That sucked. Okay, well, it is what it is. I definitely need to play a little bit aggressive with these hands here. I need to draw, at the very minimum, all 3 red seals, and we'll worry about the rest after that. So we're gonna definitely play 4 cards every single hand at minimum. If that means we're getting rid of some gold queens, then it is what it is. At the very least, that's only mult that we're getting rid of, and we're really worried about the red seals here. Okay. We need to do it again. I need to get rid of a queen, and we need to grab that red seal. There's always seems to be one kind of hiding at the bottom of the deck, but it is what it is. Shoot the moon, hey? A run with shoot the moon. Oh, Okay, we have a little bit of life here. Go ahead and see what this scores. I'm not sure that it's good enough, but we're gonna try. We have a little bit of life here. No, we needed that extra queen. We needed this steel one, hey? So it is what it is. That's going to be it for today's video. We're gonna play the cards. This is the best we can do with Shoot the Moon. We got 1.7 billion or something with Shoot the Moon and a mime, everyone. Shoot the Moon and a mime. Absolutely insane. If you didn't know that this combination worked, go ahead and try it for yourself. Also, yeah, 1.6 billion with Shoot the Moon and mime. Also, it works with Raised Fist. So Raised Fist can get you a whole bunch of extra mult too. Not nearly as good or as fun as Shoot the Moon because you can have a ton of queens in your hand at once, but the mime doesn't just work for Baron. Okay, we're doing a Baron of queens. That's basically you can do a lot better. If you had a ton of Red Seal steel, anything with a mime, it's going to do a really good job. This is just unique because it adds mult to it, which makes that base very powerful with the Shoot the Moon. Obviously you'd want more mimes than Shoot the Moons. It is what it is. I had fun with this one. I hope you did. Got a nice lull moment here with the times rerolled 69. If you made it to the very end of the video, let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you knew Shoot the Moon was as powerful as it is, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for all the support. Goodbye.